Hello and welcome to another edition of Countdowns with the Overdrive Gamer. On this edition, we talk about the first boss battle. What do most people think about first boss battles? They think it's either easy ways to defeat them, there are sorts of tutorial, but on this list, I'm going to try to find those first bosses that either everybody loved them, either the battle was great, just who they are were great, or just there's some nostalgia to them that even if they were the first, they're still probably better than most other bosses in the game. So with that, I've composed a list of the top 10 first bosses in video games. So sit back, relax, and let's do this. Bowser from the original Super Mario Brothers. It's just everybody remembers it. It's one of the more famous first battles, but he's also second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. F*** you, Toad. This one is more of a personal pick, but I really enjoy this boss. But many people consider it easy or not fun. But then again, it is our first boss. That'd be the Ice Guardian from Rayman 2.
Who is it that dares disturb the tranquility of this place?
The battle against the Ice Guardian may be a little easy, but the things I really enjoy about this one are the how much action you need. Action for what it first boss is. You're constantly swinging from Lumvine to Lumvine. The music I really enjoyed. I mean, it's one of my favorite tracks from the game. And the Ice Giant, I really like him too as a boss. I mean, he's really intimidating and he stands for what he does.
I have to gather together the 4 masks to bring Policus back. This is our last chance to chase the pirates away.
How am I to know that you are not simply a thief? Only your strength and bravery can convince me. Prepare to fight.
Pokemon's plot is the same in every game. Collect 8 badges, stop whatever evil corporation is doing something bad, and defeat the champion. But before we can get to those, we have to go all the way back to the beginning to when we first get our Pokemon. And what's the first thing you do after you get your Pokemon? Face your rival. Yep, what better first battle than the battle that starts your adventure than facing your rival? What's so significant about it is that it's the beginning of your journey. Like, the battle may be easy, of course, because you can't make the first battle hard, but it's just the start of the game. It's the true beginning of the game. There's so much significance about it. Ripperoo is one crazy kangaroo that he's the only boss on this list to appear as the first boss in 2 different games, Crash Bandicoot 2 and Crash Team Racing. In Crash 2, Roo suffers from like a Jekyll and Hyde state where he's all calm and he's like a professor of some sort until he sees Crash. There he goes ballistic and crazy, wanting to kill Crash by using TNT, which eventually that backfires and it hurts himself. And then he goes to the next level. How about some nitrous? Which then he will knock himself, I guess, makes him dizzy, and then Crash can hurt him. The boss battle is really enjoyable. I mean, for the first one, it's good. Then we move on to Crash Team Racing, where every boss in that game, when hit a crate, will get an unlimited amount of a certain item. Roo's is, you guessed it, TNT. Man, you must truly love a TNT. But the race is also fun. The battle against the Hydra from God of War may be repetitive and easy, but it's so intimidating and a little scary. First off, you have to take out the 2 little heads by dealing a bunch of damage to it, then after impaling them with, I guess is the anchor. After that, you have to climb up the mast to take out the primary head. Its attacks can be repetitive and obvious, but the thing I love the most about the Hydra is its roar. that has to be one of the most intimidating roars ever. I was like, after that, I was like, holy shit. Another thing that I like about it is you kill it without cutting its heads off. So, because in the end, that would have just caused more heads to appear. So you just kill it by impaling its brain, not by cutting its head off. Unlike games like Kingdom Hearts 2, where you cut off its head and boom, the game's done. I'm like, no, you can't do that. The Hydra can't be killed with its head cut off. It makes more heads. You can't just end the climax like that. Like, you cut off the head, boom, we're done. So, they were really thinking about this battle. In the case of most first bosses, there are one or two things that can happen. One is the boss can be used as a tutorial for the gamer, or in this case of this boss, it's basically after you learn the tutorial, it's like, here he is, good luck. And what better boss that I have not seen a better one than Darkseid from Kingdom Hearts. Basically how you're done tutorial, you're done all the basic attack, defense, and then it's like, here's your first boss, face him, good luck. You die, you die. We don't care. When I first saw Darkseid as a kid, I was like, what the hell is this dark figure with a heart gap in his chest doing in a Disney game? Then I was like, who cares if this is in a Disney game? This thing is awesome! The battle against Darkseid can be a bit challenging because you're facing this powerful thing at a low level, but it's just really fun and enjoyable. The Legend of Zelda games have some cool looking bosses like Stagalor, Maladarch, and Beast Ganon, but none of them are as cool or as awesome looking as Gira. What the hell is this thing? Seriously, this guy looks like a mix between the what the f factors of Kefka from Final Fantasy and the darkness of the Joker from Batman. God, I could not take this guy seriously, no matter how much. Rated E10? Bullshit! There are so many moments with this guy that go beyond the E10 rating. But, god damn it, the first battle against him is just so good. The motion control in this battle works perfectly. The battle has two phases. The first being you have to hit the back of his hand while he traces your sword and tries to take it away from you. That part can be a little easy until phase 2. Where Gearhelm gets his own sword and has a whole new set of moves like a lunging slash and sending projectiles at you which you send back. Even after you defeat him, you still feel that disturbing presence lurking around you even when he's gone, and you never know when he's gonna come from behind and Here's a question. What happens when you die? In the case of Dante's Inferno, you come face to face with death himself, ready to take you to hell to be judged by King Minos. But Dante will not allow that, and will instead fight with death to the death in limbo. For a first boss battle, I was totally not expecting this. I thought he'd be like at the gate of hell or one of the first parts of the circle. But no, I was totally not expecting this. In fact, another thing I wasn't expecting was during his boss battle, you actually take Death's scythe and you cut him in half. So basically, you're sending Death to death.
Hey, that's a good one. No, wait, I'm not finished.
Battles from Shadow of the Colossus may have not been one of my personal favorites, but he is easily one of the best first boss battles of all time. I mean, he's one of the more memorable of the Colossi next to ones like Avion, Phalanx, Malus, and Gaius. The battle, it's, in my eyes, simple, but it's so... people love it because I guess it's the start of the massacre against all these Colossi. I think this creation that almost determines how you deal with it won't even attack you. So in the end, you're slaying this humble giant. It's really easily one of the best first boss battles.
Viens te chercher. Allons enfants.
Glass Joe is awesome. He just, God, you feel his dominance from him. When he punches you, all you can do is let him punch you again and again and again and again. He is so dominating physically, mentally. He makes you shit your pants with fear, and I find him that awesome. I'm the overdrivegamer. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'll get serious now. It's Poseidon from God of War 3.
You challenge me, mortal? A god of Olympus?
The battle against Poseidon has to be one of the most epic moments in the game, and he's just the first boss. You are facing the god of the ocean near the peak of Mount Olympus while you are standing on the head of a titan. That is awesome. The battle starts with you helping to help Gaia by getting Poseidon's claws off her, which will allow Gaia to smash Poseidon to the side of Olympus, which will allow you then to smash Poseidon's chest in. After that, Poseidon will free himself again by attacking Gaia with more claws, which you have to swing them in order to free Gaia again, so that she can punch Poseidon so hard that it sends his real body flying out in slow motion. That is epic. Oh, but the battle doesn't end there. You then get to beat the living crap out of Poseidon while you're in first-person mode in the eyes of Poseidon. This has to be one of those rare moments where you actually feel what the person's going through. And you're like, oh man, that beating doesn't look so bad. Wait until you see it in the eyes of actually the person who's receiving it. I was like feeling every punch, feel every head smash into the side of the rock, and then Kratos ends up with one of the more best deaths in the whole game. The cinematography is great, the gameplay is great, and it's just an awesome, perfect first boss. I'm the overdrivegamer. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays.